लैपटॉप भी ग्रुप है सारे लोग 10 मिनट के लिए लैब सबमिट करना है तो उसके बाद 10 बजे पर 10 बजे कर लूँगा कोई नहीं है
Manish. ये मांग लेटर ट्राई कर लेंगे
याद और
Hi, this is Mridul.
सर अब कॉल कर अब रेडी है जैसे लड़ सर नीचे आएंगे स्टार्ट करेंगे उनका पहले ठीक है
Alright, while we wait, first of all, I'll do a big welcome in the beginning. So welcome anyway to Jugaadathon X today, thanks. We'll go over it a little bit in a second, but who's been to a hackathon before? Anybody? Hackathon or Jugaadathon, anybody? Got a handful? Good. Alright, so we'll be relying on some of you and some of your energy to get this thing going. Alright? Everything is here. Make sure we're all set up. Okay. Well, welcome everybody again to the Jugaadathon X. Alright, give yourselves a big round of applause right now. I hope you had a little bit of caffeine. Who had some caffeine? What form did it come in? Coffee? Red Bull? What, coffee? Did you inject it or drink it? You drank it? Good. My name is Ryan. This is Viv. And we're going to help run you through this whole thing with MCs for the whole weekend, okay? And so this is a partnership between definitely all these different sponsors you see below and all of our supporters. I'm from CAMTech, Mass General Hospital in Boston and Harvard, and Viv is
From IIIT-Delhi.
You guys know what that place is? Proud of that place? Who's from here? Oh, let's hear it. Come on. Triple IIT. You guys have been awesome. And just to get this thing started, we're going to go through a whole set of things you need to be ready for. But really, we're aiming for 10 o'clock for you to start pitching. So, and we'll walk you through what a pitch means, etc. Because we're focusing right now on developing technologies for the urban poor and trying to reach this group of this massive population that needs special connection to healthcare delivery, right? And before we go into all the nitty-gritty, the guts, the glory, I'm going to have Ankur, who is our trusted, loving ambassador. He's basically taking care of all this. I want you to give a round of applause as he comes up.
So here all, I'm Ankur, I'm the CAMTechX ambassador for this event. So we have been working with the CAMTechX team and the IIIT team over here from the past 3 months trying to bring this together. So we are here at IIIT-Delhi, which is the child of Dr. Jugaadathon, who has made this awesome institute focused towards research and innovation, which lets us do things like these and help us build amazing things also. So Dr. Jugaadathon.
Good morning, everyone. All right. See, you asked about caffeine, so if you've had caffeine, you can shout a little bit more. Good morning. Good morning. All right, great. So thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for attending this. And I really like so I'll take a couple of minutes, not too much, but I really like this Jugaadathon. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Jugaadathon, right? So let me just try to spend a few minutes on 2-3 trends as I see and tie how I think something is. So one thing is clear that all the problems that people talk about in the world, technology is going to be part of the solution. Whether it's water, whether it's clean air, whether it is a peace or what have you. Everywhere people are talking about the smart cities, congestion, traffic, they talk about smart cities, maps, Uber, etc. So technology is going to be part of the solution. Therefore, one thing is, if you're in technology play, you will have room for a long time in the future, regardless of what they say about jobs getting AI, taking jobs, etc. I think technology people would have good room in the future because every solution, AI itself is a technology. Right? So that's number one. Number two, now if we just take this trend that people have been talking about particularly in developed countries, about new forms of automation reducing jobs. In India has also become. What it means is that people who will expect somebody else to tell them what to do, that somebody else may tomorrow become artificial intelligence. And also if you're doing, so that's the middle management, and also if you're doing something routine, that may also go right, because somebody else can do it. So I think what it means is that if instead of being relying on somebody else to offer you some work, if you are going to do work for yourself, right? Then your life is far more in your control, far more possible as to what to do. You are not dependent on today people and they are needed till for another 5 years, then I put another tool and some fuel. Okay, and therefore it brings me to the combination of these two, that really speaking, if there are so many problems which need technology as a solution, and you want to be perhaps self-employed, then really speaking, the goal is to use technology in innovative ways to find solutions to problems, and then you are a technology entrepreneur. So while this may be broadly about entrepreneurship, I look at and I sort of see more about technology entrepreneurship. There is so many other entrepreneurship things, but if you can be a tech-based entrepreneur which is genuinely solving problems, then you are in a very, very sweet spot. Not to mention the fact that you are also contributing hugely to society. And let me now just mention the Jugaad part of it. So Sam Petroda, as you know, he's a tech who sort of launched the telecom revolution. There's one sentence he always says, which I sort of remember, that best minds of the world, technology minds of the world, in healthcare in particular, are trying to solve problems of people who don't have problems but have money. Right? That's where the big company entrepreneurship goes. That it focuses not necessarily the problems, but it focuses the returns as to where the money will come from. Right? And that's why so you get the drift. People who have money but have some sort of conceived problem or little problem, they will be solved, while people who have lesser money but have complicated problems, people are not going to solve it. So therefore, I think this theme of Jugaadathon essentially, I would imagine, means that you're looking for low-cost solutions to problems. Right? That's why I said I really like this thing, that you're talking about not just the cutting-edge technology anywhere in the world, you're talking about something that will be low cost and therefore will serve, I don't know, I suppose half of the world is in the poorer side of things rather than the richer side, or maybe more than half of the world. Right? So it's a great thing, I think, this kind of thing where you innovate using technology, but keeping in mind cost as a very, very important factor. So whatever solution you pose is for a large section of people who have not been serviced by scientists and by technology entrepreneurs and business. So I really hope that you enjoy this contest. And one thing I've seen, while we can teach some of these things in universities, we have in our institute we have in summer we started an entrepreneurship course where you can create a company based on innovation and then take it to our incubation center and so on and so forth. We also have courses where we teach a lot of technology. I think in young people somehow competitions bring a lot of spirit. Right? The same set of you, if we put you in a class project, you're probably not going to work as hard as you could have worked on this Jugaadathon. So it's great. You learn to work hard, you learn to deliver something, and you learn to live in those things they will be imposed, and it's going to be one of them. So great initiative here, and thank you very much for coming. Enjoy, learn from it, grow from it, and use it in your life. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, Professor. Yes, this Jugaadathon is something that we coined with our teammate from years ago, with Lattice Innovations, and we'll give them a shout out in a second. Just this idea of innovations that are low cost, they're feasible, sustainable. As you know, there are so many high-tech solutions out there. They don't really talk to each other, they're not sustainable, they're dying, they find themselves in a tech graveyard somewhere. And we have found that all across the globe, in order to reach those who need it the most, we're trying to find technology, software, hardware, systems approaches on trying to take information, healthcare delivery, and bring it to those populations. So this is a perfect segue here. And yes, we are here to try to generate a ton of energy. All of you, just briefly, you're going to go over in the next 36 hours. You're going to pitch problems. We'll walk you through this. Pitch problems that you see facing the urban core throughout this region, either India and beyond. A lot of what you think of today and tomorrow will have applications that are on a global scale, okay? Then you will coalesce organically into groups. Go hang out with your friends, find some people you don't know to create very strong, robust teams to come up with solutions. We're going to give you all night to come up with solutions, and in the morning, by midday, 2 o'clock tomorrow, you're going to present your solutions in a very well stitched together pitch. Okay, and this is for competition, for prizes, for notoriety, for fame, for the ability to work towards the next big steps. And as the Professor mentioned, a large part of what we do as a group, as a community of technology developers, is to provide incubator and acceleration support. Okay, so there's ways to do that both on the ground, physically face-to-face, as well as virtually through some of our programs back in Boston. It's all on the web, so it's everywhere. Okay? Now, so we're really excited about that. I really want to really thank IIIT for allowing us to be in this great space. This is one of the best spaces I've been in. Your team put together just fantastically overnight. Just a really beautiful maze of signage that will lead you through this whole process. Anko, thank you so much, and your team. We'll have you guys take a bow in a second. So let me just explain who we are and what we're doing again. My group's from Mass General Global Health down here. Embedded within our organization is called the Consortium for Affordable Medical Technologies. If you haven't been to the website, you need to go. We have a lot of support systems for technology developers. Lattice Innovations are some really good friends of ours. Who's from Lattice? Raise your hand. See, look, they're everywhere. They're plants. Moles, they're everywhere. These guys are a brilliant group of startups looking at technology development for healthcare delivery. We knew these guys from 2012, the CETO, CMO, CEO, from very, very early, and watched them sort of come together, coalesce, and build this nice small company. They're just around the corner. Go and hang out with them. They'll teach you a bunch of stuff. We've been working with them for quite a while on several Jugaadathons. Of course, now you know that this is happening right now here in Delhi, but it's also happening in 4 other cities. What are the other cities?
It's Manipal, Mumbai, Bangalore, and
Bhubaneswar.
Yeah.
There we go. So right now, in parallel, at the same time zone, this Jugaadathon, focusing on urban core, is happening in 5 different cities. So we're actually kind of competing against them. We're tweeting right now. We're going to get you tweeting pretty soon. What?
Keep tweeting.
We're going to have you with the hashtag. By the way, the hashtag is here. India Health Hack is kind of obscure, but it's pretty straightforward. India Health Hack. We want you to get onto Twitter, start tweeting about what you're learning, what you're building, etc. And you'll see that we're going to sort of compete with our colleagues in friendly competition all across the country. And we represented them in the orange dots on the dot matrix. This is like bit 8. Graphics here. So in all the different organizations and universities that are supporting them are listed our CAMTech ambassadors. And then our major sponsor is GE. We've been working with them for quite some time. As you know, they're a great innovative body that's been producing very innovative technology. And some of this we're trying to disrupt, which is okay. They're okay. They can't be threatened. So if there's anything from GE here, I'm sorry. we're going to work together to move all this technology forward. So let me just go over a little bit of how we got to this space, okay? So there's a lot of different Twitter handles at the top here. We have a Twitter handle for IIIT-Delhi, and then again, try to work through the Indian. So again, our group is called CAMTech. So CAMTech, our searching for portable medical technology, we've been around since 2012. We're embedded in Boston, right here, at Mass General and Harvard. And then we have a group, we've been working with India since, teams in India since 2012. And we don't have a specific space, we just have relationships with multiple institutions and groups like Lattice Innovations. And then in Uganda, we actually have a specific CAMTech site with an innovation lab and hackerspace. And that's where I live and work most of the year. I work as a program director for Mass General and then help with CAMTech. We've had hackathons in all three continents since 2012. And I think we're on our 16th, 17th, 18th hackathon. And now we're allowed to jump it up by 5 in one day. So this is a little bit different. We're doing 5 at the same time in parallel, right? So this is a decentralized model. We used to just focus on one specific medical problem in one specific city, which was fine. It made sense for certain questions. What's happening? Am I waiting for something to fall? No, that's awesome. No. Oh, thanks. Oh, there it goes. Oh, you brought it down? No, now I get it. So India Health App, right there, hashtag. So we wanted to decentralize the hackathon. We really wanted to kind of spread it out throughout the continent and figure out how to do that. So our first iteration was to do it by utilizing 5 different cities, 5 different institutions, so really a young crowd. So we're increasing the partner network search, the reach. Again, the logistics management was really helpful to really dissipate the amount of focus needed there. And then, of course, this sustains and upholds our CAMTech ethos, which is finding great partners to build a great ecosystem and identify new technologies to help them grow, which is what we're going to do throughout the weekend. So we wanted to focus specifically with this hackathon on expanding access to India's urban core. And again, this has translatability to populations all across the globe. It's not specifically in this country, but I think a lot of the vernacular we can use is specific to this area. So we want to expand that access to healthcare, and there are definitely healthcare burdens in the urban poor. The 370 million estimated urban dwellers in India is estimated that over 100 million are living in the urban slums. So, close to a third are in urban slums. Now, just think about, from a purely geographic, demographic standpoint, it's very difficult to access health care when the infrastructure is the type that you find in that type of situation. And urban poverty in India is over 25%. At the national level, rural poverty remains higher, but the gap is closing. By 2030, the urbanization in India is projected to reach about 50%. And the more this happens, the more there can be decentralized care, there can be a disparity, there can be geographic issues with accessing care. The U5 means under 5 mortality is at 72.7 among urban poor, and significantly higher than the urban average of 1.9. Those are still very high. We use those as metrics both from the MDGs, the Millennium Development Goals from the WHO. We use this as a common denominator to compare socioeconomic and healthcare delivery across systems. So under 5 mortality is for every 1,000 live births. And again, we use that commonly in parlance in public health sector and healthcare delivery sector. And 72.7 is significantly higher than 51.9. Our goals in general try to get them to 0, of course. With a lot of the MDG goals for many different countries is try to get down to like the single digits. So the United States is somewhere like 4, 5, 6. And so we're trying to get whittlers down. And a lot of times we use infant, that's under 5, and we have infant mortality, neonatal mortality, which are similar metrics. So we didn't want to go into tons of stats, etc., but just to understand that in the urban poor population, access to healthcare is a very real burden. And you can tease that out however you want. We have public health specialists in this crowd. Over the course of the weekend, you can find them if you don't know who they are. A lot of us, we have mentors here, and we'll go over the various mentors and their capabilities and help lead you through what it is that faces the urban population and the urban poor, and why there's such a disparity and difficulty in reaching health, gaining access to healthcare. Okay, and there are. I was learning this morning that the Indian government has recently brought out in Delhi some public health interventions that involve some technology, tablets, etc. And so the government's actually, the Ministry of Health is moving forward and trying to reach the population. So it doesn't take long for you to just walk outside to understand what it would take to reach everybody, and help them gain access to health care. So that's what we're looking at today, and that's what we're looking at over the weekend. There's not a specific disease issue here. We sometimes with Jugaadathon actually will focus on diabetes care, for instance, we've done that, or eye care, or dental care, or something very specific, with some specific concentrated area of healthcare. But we actually really believe that, of course, all of us face a wide variety of healthcare challenges, and the urban poor are no different. And they might have definitely some specific challenges, but what's great about this weekend is you have the opportunity to really address a wide variety of medical issues, either specifically or general access to health care issues. It's up to you. So as you coalesce into groups, as you come together with your pitch problems, look at your problems, and come up with solutions, you'll be able to address a wide variety of issues. We go briefly. This is how it works. This is Saturday, today. We're going to go over, we're just talking about hackathons right now, and then really in the next 5 minutes we'll talk about Hacking 101, basically the do's and don'ts of hacking over the next 36 hours. Then we'll do, then Viv and I will give you some examples of pitches so you have a better idea. Then we'll get set up. We're going to have people sitting up in the front here who will be timing you. We'll have you guys line up over on this side and give 60-second pitches. Once you hit 60 seconds, we're going to clap you off. It's really fun. It takes a whole group. Sometimes people are stubborn and they will physically move you off at this stage. And we'll have you. Not kidding. And then you'll put all your ideas in the back. We'll guide you through this. We have a table in the back behind, outside, where you'll put down your ideas, your name, etc. And each person who pitches will have a number, and we want you to take notes. Which pitch did I like? What did I not how did you do the pitch? That doesn't matter. But what was that a problem I'm interested in? Is that a solution I'm interested in solving? Okay? And or partaking in. So write it down so that you can possibly find that person later. We're going to publish that whole list of pitches so that you can look them up, look up your colleagues, find them in the next hour after the pitching session, and you can coalesce in the group and start working on solutions. Okay? Now, and then around that time, basically we'll walk you through a few housekeeping issues about where you're located here, where the different breakout rooms are, where the hacking space is, and what's available to you, and we'll walk you through all of that. So when you're finished with the pitches, we'll have you come back in here and sit, okay? And we'll go over a lot of that, and hacking basically organically begins. Again, coalesce in groups, find each other, use the numbers, try to find people. I'm always impressed how well groups come together. Then we'll work with our mentors who've given up their time to help guide you through the process. And then we'll have lunch at 1:30. Again, hacking begins. We'll take you to the hacking space, and the hack shop opens. We'll explain what that is. And then you can begin registration with your team. Once you become a team, You can register online with a name and an idea. You can actually change that quite a bit. You have between 3 and you have up till midnight. You have up until midnight for those things to change. So, for instance, at midnight, your teams have to be fully registered, okay? Registration of your final team has to be registered. So Sunday, and I won't go into too much because we'll go over this tomorrow, but there's breakfast, mentors come back in, people come back in. You will be hacking overnight. It's not mandatory, but a lot of groups tend to work overnight. You guys are young, you guys know how to pull all-nighters. And we require, something new this year is that we require there's a mandatory pitch practice session. We notice that you guys can be building beautiful solutions, but then when you get to the final 3-minute pitch, there's a real issue with having not practiced it very well, and we miss some major chunks of information, and it's just, we want you to be very successful in this endeavor. So we require you to practice with your team, with the mentors, with those of us who know how this is done. And so we'll give you that list, and you'll know at what time you have to report tomorrow morning to practice your pitch, okay? So that's really important to understand. We're going to be somewhat punitive about it. If you don't do a practice pitch, you actually get disqualified. So you gotta practice pitch. Trust me, it really helps you put together your thoughts, make it clear, and even your concept. The hacker shop will open in the morning. You keep working, and then it all pretty much ends around 1 to 1:30 because at 2:30 the final presentation begins. Okay? These are 3-minute pitches, not 60-second, but 3-minute pitches, and they are a little bit different in terms of what you're presenting. Because now you have a solution and a business plan, and we'll take you through that, but not right now. It's too confusing. And then we'll go through just the final deliberations and prizes, etc. Again, this is happening in 5 different cities at the same time, and again, what we're going to do now is we're going to do hacking 101. We'll talk. Oh no, sorry. You guys remind me. Yes, sir. Oh, thanks very much for coming. Yes.
There's something
Yes, please.
the best the people who make prizes.
Yeah.
Can you put their 3-minute presentations on the site? This thing as a site, right?
Yeah.
Can you put them up on the site? Because then I think other people know those who may not have attended, they may go to it and look at it and so on. I myself want to look at it.
Right, absolutely. Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming. Thanks for helping us. Did you have an idea? Yeah, so because we're going to supply different sites, we're going to try to make sure that there's some common bilateral exchange with our teammates in this site, there's 4 other sites, okay? So we will be able to tweet. I think this is sort of important because now, just real briefly, we're going to get to hacking 101 in this real second, but if you're interested in CAMTech, you can get involved with us. This is our website, it's CAMTech for nationalhospital.org. We have a huge network of entrepreneurs, engineers, healthcare professionals, nurses, physicians, and allied health professionals, as well as just general hackers that come together and provide you with support if you have ideas. We have a whole platform for that. You can actually put your technology idea on the platform and be able to access some virtual, almost accelerator incubator assistance. And then as you coalesce into a team, we have mentorship capabilities, and we have webinars that we put together every few months. And then just check out our site here at mghcgh.org for upcoming webinars, etc. And then, of course, we have a first mile challenge. We have different challenges that come every quarter or so. It depends. And we have small grants that we provide to innovative groups and innovative technologies that are available. And Chris Olson is our new director. You might know he's kind of famous. He made a few funny technologies like incubators out of cars. And he is where right now? Bangalore. He's in Bangalore. So you can contact me, of course, if you're interested. And we look at different challenges and solutions, and GE wanted us to look at how to get to the population that's really hard to reach. It's in the same context of this Jugaadathon itself. Okay? Next one. So just briefly, the prizes here, there's 35,000 rupees for the winners in each location, and automatic qualification in the grand final. So you have a grand final. We've learned over time that focusing on a Jugaadathon or a hackathon on the weekend is important, but it's really what happens afterwards. Groups get together. We have had multiple groups come together and form small companies, in fact. I didn't go through the statistics, but we've now done over a dozen hackathons all over the world, and we now have good data that shows that each of our hackathons, on average, generate several companies, even over the course of a 12-month follow-up, over $1 million of grant funding or support funding, depending on which company you're looking at, and multiple innovations that come from there. So we've looked back, it's a very powerful catalytic process that happens on the weekend. But, as you know, there's not much that can really happen in one 36-hour period. It's really what happens afterwards. It's the amount of support that you garner afterwards. So we're trying to, we, CAMTech, and our colleagues at Lattice and a lot of the organizations you see on the banner, provide a lot of support afterwards. Incubator support, accelerator support, mentor support, etc. And we now realize that a lot of the organizations or groups that get together during the weekend, some stick together, some win and stick together and form small companies, some may or may not win actually, and they actually continue to work and make incredible progress. And we want to really push that progress. So we incentivize the teams by creating a follow-up competition. We want to see how far you've gotten after the initial weekend. So we have a grand final here in Delhi on June 17th. Okay? So we're giving you a few months to move things forward. And the grand prize in June is 10 lakhs. And 6 months of accelerator support from CAMTech. There's some other wild cards for teams that are here this weekend that can move into the finals, etc. So you have multiple opportunities to move forward and gain support. And then just to break it down a little bit, and we'll go over this again because this is a lot of information just to spell out for you right off the bat. But we want you to understand that again, on June 17th, leading up to June 17th, the actual CAMTechX demo day, we want to provide a lot of support for this post-Jugaadathon opportunity between now and then. And there's this 100-day competition. Up to 5 teams will be chosen to enter the final event, and so you can work up to that. And we've given $250 for travel here. For those of you that live here, we'll figure it out. March 14th is when the application opens. May 10th, so basically this next week, after this is all done, apply. May 10th, due date for applications. May 30th, we notify the teams of the winners of the application and ask you to spend some couple weeks getting ready to demonstrate here in Delhi on June 17th. Does that make some sense? But we'll go over this later. It's written down in different sites. And so thanks a lot. Again, these are our supporters and our teammates. And now we're going to go over Hacking 101.
So, hello again. Now, this is Hacking 101, and what we are essentially going to cover is what we are going to do from now until tomorrow evening, and what is this all about, and basically just what we're going to do. So before I start, I just want to add something that I am personally also a hacker. I'm going to do a lot of hackathons. I've won a lot of hackathons as well, and this slides actually sum up my greatest experience that I've ever had in a hackathon. So, yeah. So for this particular hackathon, this is what the process will look like. We'll start with the pictures right after the session. Then there will be a mixing, hash, you might create over the hash, and then you present it tomorrow in the presentation. So what does the medical hackathon look like? So as we talked before, CAMTech has been organizing hackathons over the past 3 years, 4 years, and we have some awesome things to show you.
2012 certified.
First we start with the pitches. We'll be coming one by one and pitching your problems, and everyone else will be listening. So we'll come to that in detail. Then we have the mixing, where you network with other people and form your teams. Then you have the actual hacking, where you make your prototype, make your product, and submit it for and get feedback. Yeah. And then have some more. So this is basically your iteration step, where you actually get feedback from your mentors and keep on iterating until you have the perfect product that you want to present. And again, iterate. And finally, the presentations that will be here tomorrow evening, where you present your ideas. So first of all, some do's and don'ts for this hackathon. So first of all, open yourself to crazy ideas. Don't restrict that this is not possible, this cannot happen, this is something what I cannot do or we cannot do as a team. Just open it yourself to everything and find amazing ideas that you can get. Stay diverse team. So audience here might be a mix of technology, business, medical people. Try to find someone who you can network with and make an awesome team that can solve whatever problem you are looking to solve. And don't try to team up with your friends. Instead, like go around after we leave this room, try to network as many people and meet as many people as you can. That will really help you a lot and help you form an amazing team. Reach out for help. So mentors are here to help you with your ideation. We are here to help you with the event in case you have any queries. So reach out for help in just in case you need any help. Fail fast and change. So this is one thing that is crucial in a hackathon. You will start in hacking and you will have almost like 26 hours to finish your hacking. So you have to make sure that you don't skip on an idea that won't work. If you want to try something, try it, fail, and then start with a new idea. So that by tonight you have your idea and you have your team ready. Focus on your problems. So again, don't just say, okay, I learned about this cool technology last week somewhere, so I'll try to build something around that. Instead, focus, this is the problem that I want to solve, and this is how I will solve it, this is a potential solution, and then you solve that problem. Don't go the other way around. And then finally build something. This all event is about building something. It's not just about thinking, but actually doing some groundwork and building something. So this is something that you really need to understand. Don't worry about ownership, don't worry about patenting. Like, that's not something that's scope of a hackathon. Like, building a real product from a 2-day event to actual company where patenting and ownership actually matters is a really, really long cycle, and you don't really need to think about that right now. Just think about the problem, find a solution, and build that solution. And we also have awesome mentors, and we will have awesome the CAMTechX support you on the process. So in case you need to think about anything later on, they will help you out. And don't develop too broad of a solution. So in case you're trying to build something, try to make it as concise and as MVP as possible. Don't try to build a whole big amazing product, but just try to build a small niche product that you can. Don't be negative, don't be shy. That's just being an awesome hacker and an awesome networking in this community, and just don't go and sit in a corner and hope you'll find a team. You have to go out, you have to talk to people, and you cannot be negative and you cannot be shy. And now that when we will break out and we will start talking to people, don't try to monopolize the conversation. Don't try to just make that conversation all about you. Try, like if you have, suppose you have formed a team and you are having a conversation with your team, try to get them involved in the conversation as well. Ask for their ideas, ask for their feedback. Make sure everyone in your team is involved. And finally, again, build something. Don't only talk. Take some action. If you want to do something, test it out and do it. So pitch. This is what is going to happen right now after this session. Problem pitches. So what are they about? They are about pitching a problem. Now I'm emphasizing on problem because that's very crucial. So how it will work is, you will line up here and you will give a number. You will come up to the stage, you will say, hi, I am number 1, I am Ankur, and I am this. This is the problem I want to pitch. Like, you just tell the problem. And for all this, you will have just 60 seconds on a timer. As soon as 60 seconds are over, you will be clapped off. And you have to walk out, list your problem outside, and then come back in the room. There should be absolute silence during the pitch session. That is one thing. And one very crucial aspect of problem pitching is pitch a problem. Don't pitch a solution, don't pitch an idea. Just what we want, here are problems related to a good and clear that. people can work with you to solve. So yeah, 60 seconds, identify yourself. You won't get any slides, you won't get anything, you just will come up on the stage. Identify yourself, tell a story, quantify the problem, clap off. All good? So some tips on having a nice problem pitch. So again, just come said again, problem pitching is where your networking will start. Once you come here and pitch a problem, people will try to note down, okay, this is the guy I should potentially talk to, this is the problem I'm interested in solving. So try to, so you have to make sure your pitch is good. Because if you have a good pitch, there's a high chance there's someone else who you might want to work with, tries to connect with you. So these are some tips to make sure your presentation is great. First of all, identify high pain problems. Because if you find a problem that is a high pain, it's a very large chance that someone else can connect to you easily. Like they can connect with the problem that you're trying to see. Secondly, again, don't pitch a technology. Don't come on the stage and say, I want to build something using this technology. That doesn't work. What we want is problems and terrible experiences, not cool technology. Again, if you want to have a great pitch, one general way of pitching great is telling the story. So, here are two examples. Imagine if someone could do something, and this would be amazing if this could do this. That's like just do it. I guess Ran and we've been doing a good pitch and bad pitch, and that should figure out what this actually means.
It's pretty clear already, pretty nice. Ryan, you want to do the good pitch first?
Okay. We'll need your help. Alright, real quick before we get started, I want everybody to just stand up real quick. Stand up, stand up. There's not enough energy. It's not going to happen. You can't get through 36 hours of hacking without this little bit of energy. Alright? Now, I just want to make sure, I just want to say it on a count of three, just, we'll say Jugaadathon, okay? 1, 2, 3. Jugaadathon. Okay. And then, now I want to do it with your arms up in an X form. 1, 2, 3. Jugaadathon. Nice. Alright, now you can sit back down. Now, this is not going to go over good pitch, bad pitch. Like, good top, bad top. I don't know if you get it. So, we're going to show you a couple different versions. I've got people who are timers. Do you have timers? Where are our timers? We're going to show you these guys. We have timers. We're going to show you there's going to be a placard here, the A4 sheet with countdown time. Be sure you pay attention to that. You got 30 seconds left, X amount left. Okay? Now, we have to like a 30-second one. So, what I would do is just pay attention to how that works. Don't get too nervous. We're going to show you some of the things that we've seen. I'll give you a couple pitches that are good and a couple that are bad between the two of us. I've seen some really great pitches and I've seen some really bad ones. I'll give you some examples. Okay? So, what we'll do is, and then we'll show you what we do. We clap you off. And if you don't come off the stage, even if you're not really feeling your idea, we can entertain ways for you to get that idea back out there, okay? And trust me, people usually get that idea within the first few seconds, okay? Get that idea fast. Remember, state your name, state a problem. Don't really state a solution. It's really more of an issue about a bland, open book problem, not a solution, okay? Am I doing good, Rich? All right.
No.
All right. Well, I'll do it. Good, Rich? We'll go back and forth. All right. All right. So you ready? Am I ready? I'm gonna get into a different character. Okay. Are you ready? Okay. My name's Dave. I come from California. So I noticed that there's a real problem with dental hygiene and some access to good dental care in the urban core. Is something I read about, and I would think that that's probably a very difficult thing to access for the urban poor. And so I did a little bit of reading, and wouldn't it be great if there was a way for families, mothers and children, to find some way to access urban, some access to dental care from major providers in the urban area. And if there's a way for either people to go out and meet them, or to do it virtually, or to do it through some scanning device that's simple and easy. I don't really have a solution yet. I would just love to meet any of you. My number is number 4, and I'll meet you in the back. So thanks a lot, and peace. Again, sort of identify yourself and identify the problem. If it's too big, I'll give an example of one that we had. So this is not, I'll just give you the overall example. From 2012, from one of our groups in Uganda, one of our pediatricians in Uganda came to Mass General. We had our first general hackathon. His name is Data. His name is Data, by the way, for you engineering computer geeks. His name is Data. I swear, that's his name. So he's now in charge of CAMTech for Uganda. He's a good friend and pediatrician. And he got up and said, listen, my name is Dr. Data. Seriously, my name is Dr. Data. And I have a problem. I work with midwives and we resuscitate neonates in the rural area. But I keep hearing back from them that they don't have a really good feel for how to do that. We have trainings like once or twice a year with Americans that really need more training, more feedback. And I'm just wondering if there's a mechanism that we can use with our masks and our bags that we ventilate and resuscitate neonates that give you real-time feedback on flow and pressure. I don't know if anything like that exists. He says there's a bunch of engineers in here. I'm just wondering if that's a possibility. Wouldn't it be cool if there was that feedback? And that was it. In the course of the next few hours, an engineer from MIT, Vince Cedrone, got up and said, I'm an automotive engineer. I deal with flow, pressure, Ohm's law all day. I think I can build one of those. They built it overnight using Arduino and a long, huge device. 4 years later, it's fully patented. It's actually being discussed with various major medical providers. And it's now this big. And it's this little machine that sits between the bag and the mask for a neonate. And it gives you real-time feedback of the pressure and the flow, whether you have a leak or a blockage in the child's airway. And it's being discussed with some of the major resuscitation training teams across the world. And that's the kind of thing that can happen here, okay? And that's all I did. He just said, I have a problem, I have no idea how to do the solution, give me an example. A lot of you are engineers. How many of you are engineers? The whole crowd, all right. How many of you are public health, medical people? All right, good. Now, for you engineers, you got to figure out who these people are. You guys, we didn't go over this, but you all have stickers on your name tags, right? And they're color-coded, right? What's yellow? Engineers. And you guys say ingenious. Engine.
So go to the colors real quick. Yellow is engineer, red is for medical, green is for business, and blue is for designer.
All right. So when you go around, make sure you grab someone who has these different colors on their tags, okay? Because what you want to be able to do is, for those of you who are engineers, you have a solution or an idea, grab someone from public health can help extrapolate that idea a little bit more and find applicability, and vice versa. For the public health people, find engineers that can help you. Now, solutions don't have to come from engineers. That's the natural marriage. There's a problem in the public health sector, and there's a solution in the engineering sector, but no, it can often be reversed, okay? All right, now, maybe we'll do some bad pitch. Can you do that? I know you can do that.
Thanks, Ryan. Good compliment. Love you too. Hey guys, I'm Dave, and I'll be taking you guys through the bad pitch. So, hey, I'm from Cookie, company from down the street. Do I look fat? I think I look fat. Have you guys ever wanted to make a scale which not only reads just your weight, but reads your BMI, your total body, water content, etc.? I mean, nowadays, whenever I go out with my friends, they're like, have you gained weight? Have I gained weight? I don't think so, but, you know, you've got that self-image. And, like, this technology is so cool. There's so many teenage girls that think they're so fat. And, I mean, and sometimes, like, it's bone weight. I'm not that heavy. Oh, shit, I'm at 30. Okay. It's bone weight. I don't know what to do. So I think if you guys want to make some real money, come join me, right? Go listen to these guys. Thank you.
Yes, it wasn't really a prop. Actually, there wasn't anything there. there wasn't a problem. There's a problem they just kind of trying to come up with, but well, I'll give you another bad one. Every now and then we get somebody up here and says, hey, we'll do it again. Hey, I'm Dave again, but I'm the other Dave. And so I have this company, I work with this guy, and we deal with, we basically build this great technology and measure BMI and weight all at the same time. There's no problem, it goes straight to your phone. You actually take your phone and put it on the ground and step on it. And it's a great scale, and it's a great app. And so we sell it now for like 30 lakhs. Just kidding, that's exorbitant, but if you want to join my team, my problem is I'm trying to move it from iOS to Android, and I just need a programmer. So I know there's a programmer out there who can probably do code for me. So that's all I need, that's all my team needs. So I don't care about public health problems or any of your problems or anything else very important. I just care about my app. And so I just need a programmer, and if you're good with that or Python or anything like that, I would love to have you hang out with me. Wherever you want. Here's my number. Here's my email. And we're going to put you on the stage. Dude, I'm old. I'm like in my 50s, man. So like that. So we are, please, if you're one of those people, I'm going to find you. If you've got some like product you want to push, it's not how it's done. It's problem first. Let's focus on the people who need your solution, people's solutions together, okay? So you kind of get the idea. There's sort of a wide spectrum there. About 60 seconds. You're going to get time to get clapped off. We're going to have you line up on this side. We're going to have you, you're going to be given a number, state your name, and give your number out. For those of you in the audience at the time, try to take notes to kind of remember who they are. When you're finished and clapped off with your 60-second pitch, we're going to have you actually exit to stage left, and you go up, and there'll be people outside with laptops to help you register your pitch on your idea, rather your problem onto a Google sheet or an Excel file. Is it Google sheet? Google sheet. Those guys are so fancy. Those Google guys. You'll write your name and a few other details so that people can really start to see what's listed. That auto-populates an Excel file in that interweb place, that cloud place, and we'll start publishing that and showing that pretty soon when you're all finished, okay? You guys feel like you can do it? How many have pitched before? Who's pitched? Ever? Anybody? These two guys, so these two guys, these guys have pitched before. Where have you pitched?
I pitched at Hackathon at Manchester and Microsoft.
Okay, how'd it go? Were people brutal?
It was good.
You went okay? You? Which one?
Actually, we were in a team.
You were a team.
We painted in the global.
Those are new people.
Okay. Went okay? See, they survived. They pitched. They're here. They survived. You'll be okay. All right. Anybody else pitch? Yes. Where did you pitch? Edison Challenge. Okay. All right. That went okay. Did they do 60-second pitches? 33 minutes? 4-hour pitches? Okay. Short. And you survived too. Anybody else? Yes.
We pitched at annual global convention Bangalore.
Bangalore, okay. And those guys are okay in Bangalore? I know, but I mean, okay. Those guys are brutal over there.
You understand me better than that.
What?
I understand you better.
All right. Let me just make sure with my teammates are ready. You guys are ready. We have sticky notes oh, we're going to get numbers there. Those are the numbers. All right, good. All right, are you guys ready back there?
Yeah, so people are outside also ready.
Where are they sending out? Out there or out
So
there?
just send it from there.
Okay,
There is a
right
person
here.
standing there. He will guide to the
You'll
registration
be
desk.
guided. You guys ready to pitch? Listen. Yes, questions. Wait, let's do questions. That's a good idea.
So after the person pitches, they go out. But then how do they hear the other people?
So they'll come into the back.
So
you come right back into the back door.
So you will be guided. You will be going outside. There is a person who will guide you to the desk where you have to register. After that, you will be coming right from here. I will be standing and you will be guiding you to go and sit. So you can hear everybody's pitch.
You guys exit through this door, go up the ramp that's on your left side, and right as soon as you cross the ramp on the left side, there are 2 registration desks. So you can fill up your form there and come into the back door.
Yeah, you would do right. So finish putting it. In the past, if you try to input your data while in here, it gets too loud. So it's just better to do it outside. Do it as quickly as possible. We made it so that you can't write a book. And don't write a thesis. If you write a thesis, they're going to kick you out. Like just a couple of sentences of what the problem was, and then come right back in, try to listen, okay? And usually you can get that done within a time frame of a couple of pitches, okay? And again, those will be published. And we'll put up the website so you can go on the website. It's a read-only file, so you can read. Yeah, it's read-only. It's right, and you tax away. Idea. This is the don't do it in this group. Yeah.
If we came up with a new problem which was not this year, it's okay to do that, right?
Aha. So you can, if you have a new problem, no, so first of all, this pitching session really starts to generate a lot of kernels of ideas. So if you get an idea, try not to steal someone's, again, it's all problems. So usually if you create, if that triggers an idea or a problem that's not otherwise mentioned, you are definitely allowed to come back around and get in line. Okay? Not in perpetuity. Like we've done this where every now and then there's some rogue player that does it 20 times. And so don't do that. Don't be that guy.
Excuse me?
But you are allowed definitely to do a few. There's a few ideas that are sort of built on each other. They don't have to be related. But you'll see, if people start to pitch, ideas start to really kind of come to the surface and that caffeine starts to kick in. Those neurons start to fire. So you come back in, that's fine. So you can do repeat pitches within reason, okay? And if you have ideas that are sort of triggered and are similar, you can reference other people that it's really similar to that, but I think about this problem. That's okay. This is a very organic, malleable process. So
Can we pitch 2 or 3 problems or only one problem we have to pitch?
each pitch is one problem, but if you have other problems, if you have a lot of problems,
So we can pitch
you come back around and sign up, get a new number. So we've had people say, okay, now I'm number 4, now I'm number 10. That's okay. And then you have to go out and sign up that and input that data onto the computers again. Because literally you're a separate entity, okay? And so when that's the case, people take notes, find that person, and say, well, I was interested in your first problem, your second problem, let's put them together. And they start to coalesce. It'll work out. Other questions? Yeah? What? What? Yeah. Yeah, so if you're, again, yeah, the caffeine sometimes does kick in a little bit later, the new idea. I would try to put a problem out there, and then you're an entity. Again, not everybody feels comfortable pitching. Not everybody has to pitch. That's okay. Find people that have ideas that are close to yours. There is no rule that what you present tomorrow is what you had to have presented today. There's no connection. In fact, some of the greatest achievements we've seen on a 36-hour weekend is the pivot, the 181-degree pivot. Right? That people said, we started on this, we almost killed each other. By midnight, we switched. And now we're doing this, it's totally different. We have a whole new baby, and that's okay. And you can even change your name up to about midnight or so, okay? Not your name, but your team name. You can change your ideas, okay? You're not married to this problem, okay? Unlike other things in life, you're married. But you can pitch a problem and change it. Okay? Now, if you have a completely new idea, that's fine. You won't really be able to register, really, but you'll see as you run into people, people will say, I like your idea, what about this? Yeah, actually, I have a new idea, what do you think about that? And it just kind of works, all right? Other questions? Hand raised. Are we ready? You on your walkie-talkie? This walkie-talkie thing is awesome. I'm going to take this home. All right. You guys ready? You guys ready to pitch? Who's pitching?
Who's the first? Who's the lucky one?
What?
Who's the lucky one?
Who's the lucky one? Listen, there's no shame.
You can pitch again.
You guys ready? All right, we're gonna get you. we should go black. Oh, that's fine. Okay. Who wants, you guys ready? You guys gotta stand up. Someone's gotta come up here and start. There's gotta be somebody. There we go, yes, it always takes. This guy's awesome. See, dry broke the whole thing. Got your number? So, please, my gentlemen, so you're gonna time you.
Yeah. So I'm on. My name is Rishabh, and my grandfather has this problem of diabetes. He always carries around this small device to test his diabetic level all the time, and he forgets that sometimes, a lot of times, basically. So, but he never forgets to take his smartphone. Never. He always has the smartphone in his pocket all the time. So what did I tell him? Get an attachment for his smartphone which could measure diabetic levels and have an app for it. So the problem is that smartphones are with everyone today. I was coming on the metro, even the poorest have Apple iPhones. So that's basically what is available, and we should harness that technology. So that's my pitch. I want to create a device which can measure diabetic levels, and it should be attached to a smartphone.
Thank you, number one. Thank you, left. Alright, now you guys can start lining up. You don't have to sit there. You can stand right here, get in the aisles, get your numbers. Yes, you begin. The animal begins. You're gonna time yourself. Okay, so here you go.
तो आप लोग सब ह्यूमंस हैं और सबको बाल आते हैं पर दूसरा क्या है जब हम रिसेंटली दिल्ली में किए थे तो पूछा थी सब पेट खराब कर दिया था तो मैंने एक चीज नोटिस की थी पेट खराब होने में दिक्कत तो होती है पर जो ओल्डर है वो बदल जाती है तो कोई ऐसी डिवाइस है जो पेट के खराब होने के बाद सिर्फ उस ओल्डर ने ये बता सके कि पेट में क्या दिक्कत हो सकती है मुझे नहीं पता मैं डॉक्टर क्या अगर हो तो अच्छा होगा
Alright. Okay, you wrote the rules too. Put it on. Make it this way. Alright, ready to do next. 3. Come on up. Right here, pitch. As people pitch, try to stay a little bit quiet and generate some buzz, generate some energy. Just try to listen, alright? This guy's super nervous.
Hi, I'm Rohit. My code is 3. So, my father is a cardiovascular profession and my uncle is a so in my childhood I was always suffered from this disease. So, I could find that in our surroundings. So, there is always some problem related to this condition. So, I did research on internet and I found that with the individual report, there are 7.5 million victims of this cardiovascular disease in India, and 20 to 30% of Indians are prone to hypertension. So I could imagine that how this big problem is. So now the devices which we have is thermometer, that is cuff, which finds you want to make a device.
That's number 3. Alright, now. Number 4.
Again, this was one. The problem which I saw around was that there is a pretty big infant mortality rate due to pneumonia. So there is a pretty big infant mortality rate due to pneumonia. 80% die due to respiratory problems and 66% of them due to neonatal pneumonia, which required one. So if we could detect this pneumonia in the early stage, we can solve a lot of this problem and save a lot of deaths. That could be done, I think, using eosinophilic count because pneumonia is a bacterial infection. So if we can build something which could be used even by the ASHA workers to actually go to the patient and actually look around in the slums and they get a report or something which can look up for the WBC count and give you a head start to fight against pneumonia, that would be something great.
Hello friends, this is Chetan and number 5. So once I visited a slum area and I noticed something that there are some small scale industries that are polluting that area, and due to that congested location of these houses, the suffocation is everywhere there in that locality. So what I think is there must be something that can control that pollution and some control that suffocation and something like that can help those people. So that's my idea.
Yeah, number 6 and I'm Kanika. Like I consider myself as a convergent thinker, and with my knowledge of systems, biology and operational scale, I'm going to solve an unmet need. The unmet and urgent need of lacking 9 million units of blood each year in our country. We lose more than 5 lakh lives due to organ failure. So what is it? What is our system lacking? Why, with a population of 1.25 billion in Bangladesh, we are still not able to help our fellow countrymen? So, I'm here to give a solution which will let the unmet need to fulfill and bridge the gap between, the well-off and the poor strata of the society in terms of organ and blood donation. So, thank you.
Hey guys, this is Ankush. I'm number 7, and the problem that I want to discuss is that when someone has an accident and it's a critical condition and he needs hospitalization immediately, the problem which we face in government hospitals, that is definitely for urban poor, is that they want you to fill a form, and even if that person is not having any relative nearby and he is unable to speak or maybe he is unconscious, any unknown person cannot bring him in because he doesn't know his details. Especially they want you to fill up all the forms, which takes up a lot of time. So at the time of today, when we have Aadhaar card, license and so much already connected to the government, anything that would just fill in all the details forms and have the patient given hospitalization immediately. Like maybe we could connect something to our licenses or Aadhaar cards that could fill the forms immediately. So I appreciate all the problems. I'm Ankush, number 6, 7. Thank you.
Hey, good morning guys, I'm Alok, I'm an IT engineer, so I'll be talking about the IT side of things. So, the problem with our poor people is the first thing they go is for government hospitals, they refer to government hospitals as first, and for government hospitals, there are no proper database management systems. And due to that, there is no proper queuing for that, and the system is not transparent at all. So we need proper database management system so as to treat the more needy people first, so as to prioritize the people. I'm great. So the thing is, currently in the hospital, especially in the medical ward, a person with a common cold will be treated first, even before a person with a serious medical condition like an infected fever. So we need proper database management system and transparency. Thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Dr. Shrezo, but I just became a doctor. But I'm number 9, and the problem I'm looking at is once a child is born, the first thing that's done is that under an incubator so the temperature is maintained. Now this is even more important for low birth weight babies. In urban poor, the number of low birth weight babies is even more. Now it's such a bulky machine can't be carried around, so I'm looking for a solution to maintain a baby's temperature in a simple and affordable manner. Number 9.
Hi guys, I'm Aditya, I'm number 10. So the problem that I've noticed a lot is that many times when we realize due to improper diagnosis, the doctor ends up giving us medicines that instead of curing the disease end up even causing side effects that aggravate to larger diseases. So I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool if we could set up a small system and a portable system for basic diagnosis and then logging that data so that not only does the doctor come to know that come to know what the problem is, but the patient can also be given advice based on his statistics about what might be the problem, so even he can be prepared. That's it. I think that's it.
Hello guys, I'm Mali Washington. My name is number is 11. The problem I was thinking of was most of the time when we call an ambulance, it takes a lot of time to get out of traffic and to get to the hospital. So I was thinking of a solution that in a way we can send up signal to the nearby police officials or someone who can clear the traffic and so that the patient can be reached at the hospital at time. Thanks a lot.
Hello guys, I am Rahul. I am number 12. So basically, many times we visit the doctor. There are in some cases there are some problems. With doctor like having faced or they have very less experience on how to treat that disease or an illness. So we can build a system for all the hospitals and all the clinics and all the doctors where we can associate the doctor to our system and they can check the history of that, like if any patient has some symptoms, they can just go to the database and just check out if there is a history that has been by some other doctoring test. Someone from Bangalore can check that some doctor has treated the same patient with same symptoms in Delhi. Then they can go to the complete history of the patient and check it out. So if we can build some systems, then it will be.
Hello everyone, myself Rahul. My number is 13. Unfortunately, until now, nobody has discussed about psychological problems that urban folk faces. I want to discuss about blind people. Now, over 37 million people are blind worldwide, and of them, 17 million people are in India only. So I want to build a haptic feedback device which can help these blind people so that they can move around freely in their surroundings and they can visualize their surroundings more and hence make them a bit more independent. Thank you. Raghav Sharma, number 13.
Hello guys, I'm Arjun and I'm number 14. All of us have seen your kids working in Bangalore and and they already live in slums. So they suffer from malnutrition, they and as well as their mothers. So I want to address the problem of malnutrition.
Hi guys, I'm Manan. I'm a Python developer and I have knowledge in image processing. So I'm number 15. The problem I'll be discussing is that poor don't have access to hospitals. There are not much hospitals or clinics in the reach in the villages. So it would be great if some medical facilities can be provided to them at hand. That will be all.
You guys doing okay? You're in the problems, right? You guys doing awesome. Keep it up. You ready? You sure? Yeah.
Hi, I'm number 16. My name is Akansha. So a problem I felt was regarding the urban poor is that when the A&M workers goes to track people, there is a serious deficit when it comes to tracking people because despite a considerable amount of funds being there, the A&M worker can't really track people. So what I feel would be a problem to address would be how to track geographically or through location the urban poor, right? And the problem they are facing. Thank you. I'm number 13. 16, I'm sorry.
Hello guys, I'm number 17, myself Faith. I'm a medical student at Sudarshan Hospital. See, both of my uncles are doctors, so my mom usually thinks that she is also part of doctor or something. So whenever me and my brother and nearby kids, they have any disease or something like that, we don't feel well. So my mother only diagnosed the disease and also prescribes some medicine. And here pharmacists, I have seen that when I visit pharmacists, they are also diagnosing diseases and giving medicines and prescribing medicines to the poor. But as I am in medicine, I am reading pharmacology and I have realized that there are many complications
which we will face if we take some different combinations of drugs, or if we take them in different conditions, like an elderly people can't take some kinds of drugs or something like that. So if we can make some guidelines or at least some procedures so to prevent this condition.
Hi everyone, Dhruv here again. Another problem which I saw was there is a pretty big maternal death rate due to hemorrhage during pregnancy. Because there is excessive bleeding is one of the issues which causes death to the mother while she is giving birth to a child. So one thing which we could make up is a mechanical assistive device during labor, which could be used by any of the ASHA worker or any of the relative of the lady whose kid is being born. So it is something like that where we can prevent maternal death rate in slums who cannot go to hospitals and all. My number is 18.
Hello, my number is 19. I'm a medical student. One-third population involved in having hypertension. And urban poor is very high risk. Lifestyle changes can help to tackle hypertension very easily. And most dangerous thing in hypertension is salt. So I am making a solution to track salt consumption in hypertensive and pre-hypertensive patients. Thank you. My number is 19.
हेलो तो मैंने आपको जैसे बताया कि मैं अभी रिसेंटली दिल्ली शिफ्ट हुआ, उससे पहले मैं यूपी में मोदी में रहता था। वहाँ पर जो डॉक्टर थे ना, वो काम की दवाई कबाड़ की ज़्यादा देते थे। पेट खराब की दे देंगे, बुखार की दे देंगे। मुझे बुखार नहीं है, मैं वो जबरदस्ती बुखार की दवाई देंगे। ज़्यादातर लोगों को वो बेवकूफ़ बना रहे हैं, क्योंकि ज़्यादातर मेडिकल कंपनी जो पीछे से सप्लाई आती है, वो इस तरह से फोर्स करते हैं डॉक्टर्स को, वो फीस इसलिए कम लेते हैं क्योंकि वो दवाइयों से बना देते हैं। मैं तो सोचता हूँ मेरे सोच के साथ। तो अगर कुछ ऐसा होता कि जैसे मेरा भाई दवाई लाने के बाद हर एक को विकिपीडिया पे या कहीं पर देखता है कि उसके साथ क्या काम है, इसको लेना चाहिए नहीं चाहिए, उसके बाद उनको वापस करके आया है। तो ये चीज़ अगर किसी के लिए होगी, वो उस दवाई को नाम डाल के बता सके कि ये किस काम की है, और वो अपने डॉक्टर को ये बोल सके कि ये लीक क्यों है, क्वेश्चन कर सके, क्योंकि अच्छा होगा। Number 20.
I am number 21, no matter how many technologies, how many apps, how many sponsored government facilities or something we introduce, one thing that will always remain there is that urban poor people, they don't have awareness. So I think if we can build something around awareing people about facilities, telling them that these facilities are not what you think about something. So awareing people and then providing them access will be a thing to think about.
Alright, we'll just do this once. You should take a new number. Okay. So our boy 3, he was really early, so he's gonna do this one again.
Hi, I'm Rohit. My number is 22. So I found out that 1/3 of population is prone to cardiovascular diseases and hypertension. So this is quite a huge number because it is seen in household, in every household. So now the present solutions are sphygmomanometer, which are this cuff, using cuff. So what happens is we cannot make that, cannot do the experiment more than one. So the proper diagnosis can be 24 hours measurement. We need a proper waveform. So we want to, the big problem is whether devices which are forming this solution, practical waveform are very costly. So if there is a very low cost device which can serve the purpose, then it will be very good and can be reached for urban poor.
I am Aman, my number is 23, and problem that I want to discuss is malnutrition. That more than 1 million cases per year are there, and due to poor nutrition for mostly in the infant stages, and due to this there can be a stunted growth. In India it's actually low, but in slum areas it's high. So I want a solution to this problem only. my number is 26.
I am very last said about the medical facilities they can't get. So it looks like a report analysis. Okay, also there are online blood bank inventories for everyone, but there are not inventories for other medical medications like medicines. Also, there can be an online inventory system so that people can share them. Okay? And off-time doctors are not available to everyone. So there should be a team available to people at off-time. So like 24/7 doctor support. So we will create a smart system on the cloud for that.
Hello, my name is Akshay, my number is 24. So, as I mentioned, we have got Mohalla clinics in Delhi up and running. But the main factor is when we are talking about urban towards moving, not they are moving, but they are forced to move. I mean, there are Jugaadathon में bulldozer आया रोके चला गया. I have to move to Mayapuri or I have to move to Rohini. Then my treatment gets affected. I mean, I was visiting a Mohalla clinic daily, but now I have moved to Rohini, a new place. So I guess mobility is the main issue, and that is something we should try to approach in this.
Myself, Maya, 25. As we know that Delhi is the most polluted city in the world. So a lot of people suffer from respiratory problems such as asthma. So what I'm trying to solve is that they have to take the inhaler from time to time. So sometimes they forget to take it. So it must be connected to a mobile app so that it reminds them as well in the case of any emergency. It directly message them to family members or to the hospital, nearby hospital, so that it can be carried out.
Hi guys, my name is Ashwata and I'm a developer. The problem which I want to discuss is my number is 26. The problem which I want to discuss is my parents are having issues. They tend to ignore the legal symptoms of community. They have been चलता है So I want to make something that makes aware that makes them aware of the illegal symptoms of diseases, so that we do not have to go at the surgery level of diseases and we solve the problem at early stage.
Hi everyone, my name is Raj and my number is 27. So one problem I have faced and looked up to this, the lack of money and lack of awareness. So poor people face this problem if they get to doctors and they get medicine assigned. The medicines sometimes are so costly, but the same medicine, the same sort is available for a lot less price than what they are prescribed. So that's the problem I'm trying to solve, like making a data set or something like that.
कौन सा नंबर है
27.
Everyone, my name is Sahil and my number is 28. We came across many problems in our day-to-day life, and not only problems but diseases also, to which we don't know what to give a solution for that disease. There are many problems and many diseases to which we don't know what medicine should be given at that particular time. So, and there's a lack of time for which we cannot go to a doctor, but we have to give a solution at that particular time. So I'll try to build a solution for that, so that I'll make an awareness or I'll teach everyone that what solution will be given at that particular time for that particular disease, so that no one should have to hurry for a doctor. It's like a first aid. Thank you. Number 28.
Hello, my name is Priyanshu and my number is 29. So, as we in India, healthcare system is not very lax in quality but in quantity also. So I think, and suppose we हम सब बीमार पड़ते हैं, we all fall sick. So we go to the hospital. We have to do a number of tests, like consultations, and then expensive medicines, and then unnecessary prescribers. So I think, and then you go to another hospital for this transformation, and then we again have to go a lot of tests and medicines and consultations. So this costs a lot of money, and I think due to suppose we live in a rural area and in urban area, we have separate medical systems, medical healthcare systems, due to which people have to waste a lot of money unnecessary. So I think we should have a centralized medical system, have a centralized medical system, and then we can save a lot of money both in urban and rural areas. Thank you. Very nice.
Hello everyone, my name is Shankrita and my number is 31. So when a new baby is born in urban areas, there is not an immediate age for the infant to look after their monitoring. So I want to prevent this problem. And when a baby is born, so it needs a proper look after to it. So
Hi, I'm Mani. My number is 32. The most problem I saw is the patient has to carry a bunch of reports from one hospital to another. So if we have a database which on some QR codes the doctor can scan so that he can get all the reports of the patient, and on just click of a button, the prescription also can go to the chemist, and the patient can disperse to the chemist and get the medicine.
Hello guys, my number is 33. So basically I wanted to fix a problem, that will grow with the rise in urban population. And the problem is malnutrition. And in malnutrition too, I want to cover the portion of infant feeding. Basically, I want to create a tech or something like an app that will keep the track of the food and the nutrition given to the child. 33.
Hi everyone, my number is 34 and I want to fix problem of laziness that people these days are very lazy. They don't want to do exercise, go to the gym. They don't want to even play outdoor games. They just sit with their mobile and play games. So I want to club the part of mobile gaming and health and exercising together so that we can be fit and different problems of laziness. My number is 34.
Hey, I'm Mohammed Das, an industrial design student from IIT-Kanpur. So the moment we try to travel from Kanpur to some other destinations and we try to figure out what is happening outside Kanpur, what you're seeing is hundreds of people defecating in the open. This is because we don't have a low-cost, effective solution which can help them in defecating in a constrained environment. So why don't we have something which is low-cost, which is not stereotyped, that of a Talmud, which can help them provide a situation so that they can make the sanitation more effective and easy. Thank you very much. Number 35.
Hi, I am Rishabh and my number is 36. So the problem I see is in India, you all live in joint families and here you all care for each other. And I want to build a system wherein a person, if it is ill, he can be cared by his family members and other people there. So the good thing is, once a person is ill, he will get the help from his family members only. And here in India, we can easily see the benefits of it because we all care for our families, we all care for our medicines. So suppose someone has a reminder for some medicine from a doctor, he can easily get it. So my number is 36 and thank you.
Hello, my name is Abhi. When I was in 6th standard, I used to sit in first sitting. One bad day, I forgot my homework and failed to stand last. And then I realized I was not able to see board. So then I went to doctor and my sight, it has a negative 3.5. So the thing is, if you only go to doctor when we have a pain. So the thing is, everyone should go to doctor regularly, but people don't. we have to make such a system where people go doctor regularly and do this in a very early stage so that they won't suffer it. My number is 37.
Hi guys, I'm number 38, Dr. Prindo again. Again, I'm looking at a problem for the under 5s, the really young children that are bottom fed. An important thing that we do when we bottom feed babies is that we boil them. We boil it so that it's sterile, so that they don't get infected. Now there's a huge communication gap between what is conveyed to the urban poor and they either may not be doing it at all or they may not be doing it properly. What I'm looking for is something that could indicate whether the bottom has become sterile or not. This will help reduce a lot of GI illnesses. Number 38. Thank you.
Hi guys, I am Prashant from IIT-Delhi. I see many problems in even in rural areas for the poor, where doctors charge very high fee for the patients. And in fact, there are per 500 people in even urban areas, there is only one doctor in survey care. So it can be done, some solutions can be done so that the people do not need to line make so, and also many problems, very minor problems can be corrected through a database, and collaboration with many doctors can be done. So multiple database, by creating database, you can
Hello everyone, this is number 40 and my name is Jugaadathon. I am a student in BMC Surgery Hospital. A few days ago, my friend, she has got some infection in her groin area, and she was like, when she went to a gynecologist, she said to take off her clothes, and she was like, even though she was a medical student, she was resisting to take off her clothes. So I think if she is a medical student and she is resisting this, then urban poor women, and I think this is the stigma that they face in their daily life. And I think if we could solve their stigma problem, then this will be good, because this groin region infection are really health hazardous and are really not really good, and it's really very bad. So I think this is the problem that we should solve.
Hi guys, I'm Manish. I'm number 41. I want to address the problem that doctors always, most of the time, they charge fees for consulting them, and so that the patients come to them again and again, they tend to give them medicines of high dosage and also try to give antibiotics at earlier stages of illness, which many times make patients drug resistant, and scientists have to come up with new drugs. So I want to solve this problem.
Hi, I'm Kunjan. My name is and I have about providing a basic level of service in the actual. So then you don't have to go to a doctor every time. You can diagnose the hospital and Android app.
खाली बैठे हैं उनको काम में तो वो नेगोशिएशन करने जाते हैं तो उन्होंने सोशल डिस्टेंस करते हुए उन्होंने अपनी लोगों के करके वहाँ पे एक टीवी लगाया तो उन्होंने ऑब्जर्व किया वो मुझे बता रहे थे कि क्या क्या उन्होंने ऑब्जर्व की जो लोग 10 बार करने लगे 1 घंटे में जो एडिक्शन की वजह से तो वो अब 2 बार करने लगे थे नशा तो कुछ ऐसा हो कि जिससे उनको हम थोड़ा सा इन्वॉल्व रखे थोड़ा सा रखे जिससे कि वो उनकी चीज़ों में ना आ जाए तो ऐसा कुछ बन जाए
I'm Aditya.
that I face, that I feel is a big problem is that we already know we might have or we might not have visited the slum areas in Delhi. For example, I went once to Kanpur slum. So what I saw there is for such a huge population, for every small healthcare problem, they tend to rely on the nearest government hospital that is present. So queuing becomes a major problem in these government hospitals. So for every small test, if they, for example, they get referred for a blood test, they are given a time for the next 3 months. So if there would be something that we could solve and reduce this time and come up with a solution, so it should be. And numbers
Hi, myself friends. My number is 45. If we talk about healthcare problems can be broken down into two. One that are information based and other which are product based. Product based, for example, if you need to do particular kind of surgery, you need a particular kind of equipment, you might invent an equipment in order to solve that. And the second kind of thing is as any patient goes through his patient journey, we can think of it as a sort of patient journey. Okay, I have something now. What's the first thing I do? Like, who do I call? What is it? What is it that I do? So, a lot of things are related to just information based. For example, awareness, availability of the doctor, which doctor should I consult, what are the medicines that he is going to suggest. If he is going to suggest some medicines, are they the right ones or are there alternative medicines? What, if I go to a certain hospital, what is the hospital entry procedure? Is one hospital entry procedure different from another? What are the stakeholders involved? So all of this is just total chaos. This is like total mess when we get into it.
I'm Aditya. First of all, I don't know much about medical studies, but I was trying to make a device and an app which can detect the disease and the bacteria causing that disease at home. Like, first of all, we take a blood test of your. It takes the blood and detect the bacteria by just seeing that. Just look at net. I just look at net that you can detect a bacteria by looking it. I was thinking on that idea.
My number is 47. I am talking about my problem is that in lack of knowledge, mother about delivery. मदर को knowledge नहीं होता है. वो hospital में normally जाते हैं. डॉक्टर ने बोला कि नहीं, इसको सर्जरी करना because they want to save time. टाइम को सेव करने के लिए वो सर्जरी कर देते हैं. लेकिन मदर को knowledge नहीं होता है कि इसके बाद में क्या इफेक्ट होगा, क्या प्रॉब्लम होगी. तो बस मेरा प्रॉब्लम ये है कि उनको अवेयर कराना कि नॉर्मल डिलीवरी करवाना चाहिए. तो उनको अवेयर होगी कि नहीं नॉर्मल डिलीवरी करवाना चाहिए, तो नॉर्मल डिलीवरी करवाएंगे और सर्जरी करवाने को भी सर्जरी.
Well then, the more analysis, you guys did a great job. You guys started to feel some of these pieces, some of these problems come together on the surface. Now some of them are very general, some of them are starting to become specific. How about public health people? Raise your hands, who's public health? On some of these ideas, well, some of you guys pitched ideas. Some of this resonating with you a little bit? Yeah? Yeah, now? Did, what are, for the public health professionals, what are some of the problems you face in your work? Okay. Got it. Okay. So like the workflow management is a issue. So trying to figure that out. So some of you actually might be able to engineer into that a little bit. And some of these, I'm just highlighting some of these public health issues in real time because we didn't have the opportunity to go out and talk to health specialists, but identifying some of those aspects actually sort of weigh into some of these problems that you already highlighted. Any other major public health issues that you can highlight right now that you haven't highlighted in all of the interventions? Anybody? And I think access to healthcare, I think surveillance, I think workflow. I know we have a lot of mentors here who are working in this space.
Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and also implemented larger projects in urban slum settings in Mumbai and in Odisha. So generally, I think a journey guided as a society we have seen 40-some different types of ideas we started thinking. But I think in the next phase of some more time, we need to precisely thinking your problem. I think broad ideas of the all of you will become broad ideas. Most of the time, you get into solutions. You don't do solutions. You need to focus on the problem and precisely identify the problem. Define the problem and see to actually how it is. You guys have wonderful solutions. I think that has been kind of like, the pressure in like coming up with solutions. So that is your problem. Generally, if you look at urban settings, there's a population. There's urban poor population, then we have a health system. When you actually precisely categorize your thinking into two divisions, think of the population division and think of the health system available. Urban is actually predominantly in India, dominated by private sector. Unfortunately, nobody has actually thought something about private sector in urban setting is not really organized. They are fragile systems with informal doctors, unqualified doctors, and then we have bigger hospitals. How do we actually think about solution to leave this? And 80% of the time, the urban people seek care. This is the first point of contact. In urban settings, generally there is physical access issues. There are people talk about awareness as a good thing to address the population. You probably in some kind of clinic and segregate your clinic and classify your people into these pockets. How do we address this thing? How can we improve the quality of available health resources? Even informal doctors is not a fact. Inform how we can actually improve that. And generally on the disease, there are vector-borne diseases, like people talk about sanitation. So I think that's a good thing to actually focus on. So just refine your thinking process to address larger health issues. Don't get into the minor utilities of like focused stuff. All these are actually important. But try to focus on few solutions which will have a larger impact.
So a few topics that kind of get your thoughts going could be some problems related to alcohol-related harms, food safety, healthcare-associated infections, heart disease and stroke, HIV/AIDS, motor vehicle injury, nutrition, physical activity, and obesity, prescription drug overdose, teen pregnancy and tobacco use.
Yeah, so thanks. Those are all some real general concepts that we face in the public health sector and elsewhere. So thank you so much for going over some of the ideas that you all have pitched some great problems, but then you'll see as you start to work on solutions, the solution and the problem will sort of enforce each other, and it'll force you to scratch it down to something really, really specific. Every now and then I have someone that says, I want to make a CT scanner that scans the world for disease out of my phone. It's just too broad and too impossible. So you'll see that you'll be able to really whittle that down and get focused. And that's what the mentors are here for. Do we have, I think most people have registered their pitches. Are there any more last pitches? Anything burning? Is anyone dying or a problem they want to talk about? If not, then what we'll do is we'll sort of close that part. We're about an hour in. I think we did 47 pitches. Well done, guys. That's awesome. And we'll go through the next section here. I'm going to tell you about what happens now. Okay? So what happens now is it is very important for you. As you saw, there are lots of problems. There's some of them are broad, some of them are focused, they need to be refined. There are a lot of people in this room. Part of them are, some of the people in the room here to assist you are your peers. Okay? Now this is an engineering school, so it's a very engineering heavy team here. But look around to see who's got stickers and what colors do you need, okay? So again, we talked about yellow is engineering, red is medical, green is entrepreneur, and designer is blue, okay? There are some people that don't fit any of those things, but you can just try to find those people. We'll show you how to identify them. So a major resource is each other. The next major resource, of course, those of us with red lanyards are helping to, we're here as organizers, so we're here and we're actually kind of everywhere. And if you have questions about where to go, what's next, etc., you have an agenda and schedule in your binders here. And the next and the greatest assets here are the mentors. We have mentors. They have the black lanyard, and they are here in the front. They are here for a good portion of the day today, and then tomorrow we'll rotate through. These are mentors. We'll have them actually give a little blurb about themselves. Their bios are up on the website as well, so if you need some reference. But I will have them actually get them and talk about who they are and what their specialty is. Take note, because as you work on your problem, you'll see, as you try to get something specific down to the nucleus of that problem, you're going to want someone who's dealt with that issue in the field, and this team will be available to do that. So I'm going to take a moment here and have the mentors actually talk about who they are and okay, and then their specialty. Just something brief, name, how they can get a hold of you here, and what your area of expertise.
I'm Dr. Shivu Vijayan. I'm a medical doctor. I'm a MBBS, and I did my MBBS in public health. And also I've been implementing large TB program and a HIV program across all sectors of health, starting from the primary care center, which manages 30,000 population. So now I'm doing an implementing project in high-space India. It's all ICT-driven solutions to actually provide access to the urban poor health system, broadly focusing on tuberculosis and HIV. So anything related to urban treatment, ICT-driven solutions, and also accessing, providing solutions for access to the patients, and also affordable healthcare in the private sector and linking the patient to the public sector. So this is largely my focus and expertise, and 20 years of experience in treating patients as well as implementing health system interventions, urban health system solutions. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mohammed John. I'm trained as a physician. I do part-time work in clinical medicine. I'm also a senior research fellow at the Georgia Institute for Global Health. So we have an office here in Delhi and in Hyderabad. What we do is we develop innovative solutions that are targeted to the poor, particularly innovative solutions that can address compelling issues and which has a mass impact. So many of you have had pitches around those ones. How do you improve accessibility to healthcare sitting in the population? So we have the solutions around that and have put it through rigorous cluster randomized trials and use that evidence to go back to the government and influence policy. I'm also the president of the Indian Association for Medical Informatics. So that is an umbrella body where healthcare, IT and health professionals come together and work towards solutions. So we are an advisory capacity to the government regarding information technology solutions, standards for electronic health records, and these kind of things. So, yeah. So if you have issues around information technology and want advice on how to go about some of these things, basically clinical validation is an important concept that you need to keep in mind when you're looking at any solution. Because unless your solution is clinically validated, it will not go to scale. And till today, there has been no Uber or Airbnb or anything in health. You guys should be building that, and we hope that it happens out of here.
Good morning, everyone. How are you guys doing? That's not fun, no, you don't look very happy. So, my name is Nikhil Dugal. I'm an entrepreneur. I run a social enterprise called Jugaadathon Infrastructure. Basically, we make eco-friendly infrastructure using shipping retail. So, I have experience in running a social enterprise. Previously, I used to work in the development sector and public policy. I used to work with an organization that used to run randomized control trials from the perspective of development programs. So I know a lot about digital data collection, public health policy, a little bit.
Hi everyone, my name is Bala. I used to graduate from Manipal University and I used to work for NASCOM. experience handling and working with entrepreneurs. They actually part of the national 10,000 out of team. I left for 6 months back, started my own company. We do consulting for consultants for my clients to work, and I hope we will get to consult you well soon. Yeah, so if you're trying to figure out what model will work to help your product or scale,
Yeah. Do you mean business models and all?
Yes. This is
what's your name again? I'm
Bala.
sorry.
Bala.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, he said the fatal word. I know how to do business modeling. You're gonna find out. I need to find that guy. Actually, yes, I know.
Hi everyone, I'm Gupta. I work with a research organization called Deva South Asia, which does impact evaluation period in our diagnostic hotels to impact public policy in a more sort of evidence-based manner. So I worked on a bunch of health projects. I also work on a lot of other sectors, but in terms of health required, I think I can really help you think through your theory of change and kind of identify certain assumptions that you're making for your product to work to that solution, and help you think through those assumptions and test those aspects. Yeah.
And I'm also a mentor. I'm Ryan. I'm a physician actually. My trade craft is pediatric intensive care, so I work in an ICU for children. I work in a really highly developed center back in Boston. So I work with technology and children and how they interface, but really the majority of my work is in Africa, and I work with technology development team. We build neonatal technology and have a bit of an understanding of working with MIT and Harvard and CAMTech about how to expand those technologies and get them out. So remember this group of mentors, find them, and again, we have a much broader network of mentors available, right? Some are here physically, and some are sort of virtually working in those lesser cities far away, right? Those loser cities. No, those other cities that we love that we're competing with, we're building with right now. So we can contact back and forth and say, hey, listen, you have someone whose specific area of expertise is X, Y, and Z, and we can find them for you, okay? So the mentor, Sandra, is Sandra here? There she is. You guys know Sandra? Who knows her? Nobody. I want you to come up here and talk to the people, to the team. Which she's really happy that I did this. Sandra is here helping run everything. She's basically awesome.
Yeah, I'm one of the organizers and also a mentor. So I've been working in public health research and also health entrepreneurship. So I also work with JPAL, where Portal is working on looking at implementing health programs on the ground in rural areas and seeing how they work in real life. I also work with Khushi Baby, which is a culturally appropriate wearable digital medical record for babies in rural areas to track their immunizations over time. So if you want to talk to me about working on child health, working on maternal health, working on wearables, working on setting up apps to collect health data, talk to you about that. I also work with Lattice Innovations on TB prevention, so that's another thing that I can talk about. Yeah, come find me and ask me questions.
Thanks, all right, you guys good? And a little bit of a round of applause for the mentors. We're going to again, flag lanyards, okay? We're going to go over some flags now. Pretty soon we're going to go take you to the hackerspace. The hackerspace is in the library. Some of you, I've met some people who have never been in the library here at IIIT. How was that? How was that field trip to the library?
Very attractive.